Hi, my amazing planner people. It's Jess from my magical planner. And the time has arrived for me to go over my planning system for the coming year. So I'm going to take you through my planner stack, as well as how I've set up each of these planners to work for me this coming year. I didn't do a separate video for that because most of the setup is pretty boring, I felt. And so I didn't feel like there was a lot we needed to do there. So that being said, let me take you through what planners I have, and then we'll talk about them in more detail. So I have a Hobonichi Cousin, which is in a Hobonichi case that I purchased this year. I'll link that haul up above. I have the MakseLife goal setting system here, along with their reflections and intentions notebooks. And then I also have a Sterling Ink Common Planner in here in a Moterm case. This is an older case that I've just had. I used it in previous years with my Hobonichi Cousin and just transferred it over because this was kind of a last minute addition and I haven't found a different case that I feel would suit me better. So at least for now, it's going to stay in this case. I might buy another case for it, but I'm not sure yet. So let's start just with the MakseLife stuff because I feel like this is going to be the quickest. So we just obviously have here the goal setting system. What this is there is an additional book, sorry. This is where I'm going to be setting up my yearly goals. I've just started to do this and haven't actually set up the goals yet because I'm procrastinating. That's really what it comes down to. But then once I have my yearly goals in here, I can then transfer over monthly goals to this book and be able to write down what my monthly goals are, have some reflection on them, my weekly actions, which will then get transferred over to my catch-all, and a place to reflect on everything that's going on and what's working, what's not, that kind of thing, and so on and so forth for each week. And I do have one of these for each quarter. I think I'm going to be starting with the gray one, which ironically enough matches this book, which is the gratitude book. This is a daily reflection in the evenings, which I'm hoping to do. This will stay on my desk. This will go in the back of this planner because there's a little pocket here. I'm leaving it out for the moment though. And then I will also have this, which is a daily intentions notebook. Both of these are guided journals. So it's just a how am I feeling today? How do I want to feel? That kind of thing. Setting myself up for success by thinking about the day in advance before I really start it. So both this and the gratitude, I think, are just going to be here on my desk. I don't feel a need to take them with me. And it will get me in the habit of checking in both in the morning and in the evening. These are both 1 month books. So I'm going to try it for a month. If it doesn't work for me, I won't continue it. If it does, I will probably be repurchasing for next month. So that all being said, let's go into these two planners. This one is set up to be my YouTube/social media planner, and this is my catch-all planner. We'll do the catch-all first. Like I said, this is a Hobonichi Direct cover. I absolutely adore it. It's leather. I really splurged on it, and I'm so glad I did. Love the colors so much. And I do have hooked in here the pin that came with the Hobonichi, although I will be using a lot of my fountain pens, which is one of the main reasons I decided to go with this, because the Tomo River paper that is in these works so well with fountain pens. And as I'm diving more into fountain pens, I'm just really enjoying writing with them. But I don't want to take them on the go with me, and I want to have something where if I'm out, I can write something down. I don't feel the need to always use my fountain pens, at least at this point, and I don't have ones that I feel like maybe my TWSBI I could travel with, but I feel more secure in this. at least for the moment. So inside the front cover, I do have maybe if I can get it out, just a slim notebook that is from Hobonichi as well, just for any kind of additional note-taking I may want to do while I'm out and about. Sometimes ideas hit me and that kind of thing. Then in here we have a little reminder. It says this planner is a work in progress. Very good reminder for me. I think I had it down there. Then I have just some sticky notes. These are from Every Minute a Story. This was her Beauty and the Beast collection. I really like some of her characters. Then we also have this bigger, this is just a notepad, not a sticky notepad. And this is also from Every Minute a Story. I thought it was super cute, and I've used almost all of it, to be honest, so I might need to repurchase. I don't know if she still has this particular one. Then I have a ruler that's from Once More with Love, just because I do tend to use a ruler quite often. The other thing I have in here are some stickers. These are in a upcoming haul, but I'm going to still show them to you now. I have some holiday stickers in here, which I'm planning on using in this planner. There was a second sheet, but I've already placed that in the monthlies. And then I have these stickers, which I'm going to be using for my mood tracking, and I'll show you that in a minute, as well as this little sampler, which I love. I actually want to order a few more things from Kylie Designs. I'm really intrigued with her stickers and think I want to get a few more. So that's what's in the pockets. As for my cover, I just transferred over my cover from last year because I did not find another one that I really liked. I tried to put on a clear cover, but evidently I had ordered the wrong size. And so it did end up creasing my cover here, which I was really sad about, but I've told myself it is okay, and that having this cover on, you can't really tell, and it's going to be fine. I don't know if that's true or not, but that's what we're going with. On the inside, I have put in this Change is Beautiful. I actually got this from my massage tech, whatever you call them. Anyhow, they had it at their shop, and I thought it really went with not only how I'm feeling towards the next year, but I really love butterflies. I just do. And so it just felt like it went. And so I put that there. Along with that, I do have a Coffee Monsters Co. little This Belongs To sticker and I think it's a Sweet Bean Plans. I just really liked it. It's very simple. I might add some more decoration in here, but right now I'm feeling pretty content with this. And then let's go over the tabs really quick. So I did use the Coffee Monster Co. tabs as well as the tabs that I had gotten directly from Hobonichi. That both of these match the colors of the planner. So at the top, I did use their yearly, monthly, weekly, and daily inserts. So I have the yearly going to the overview here. I have the monthly just going to, sorry, I didn't open that correctly, to the monthly pages. Weekly goes to obviously the first weekly, and then daily will go to the daily pages. And then I did use the tabs from Hobonichi for my weekly up here. It goes 1 through 12 because that seems to fit me. And then in the back, I did use the tabs from Coffee Monsters Co. The biggest thing I will say with these tabs is just making sure that you're putting the smiley face or frowny face or whatever kind of face it is in the same direction each time. So opposed, because you do have, you know, a face on both sides, so you could have the face on the top opposed to the bottom. I just wanted them all on the bottom, and I really like the way this looks. So I have that. And then I have two little, oh, this was another, yeah, anyhow, another sticker page. But we also have two of the Coffee Monster Co.'s little heads back here. These are marking things in the back for me, my 100 being one of them and my mood tracker being the other. And I had two sets of these stickers in case I had messed up. And so that's how I got two of those little emoji heads. One of them I did color blue just to give myself a little differentiation between the two so it's easier for me to find. Okay, now going into how I've set things up. We have our overview of the year. I didn't really do anything here. I felt like that worked really well. I just added in the stickers for Coffee Monster Co. and I really liked them. I'm going to be using this to kind of mark off the school calendar mostly so that I can be like, oh, we don't have school on this day. And I think I'm just going to use a pen to do that because the numbers are so small. Then on this page, which normally houses your previous year, so 2023 calendar, and your coming year, which would have been 2025. So I took a paper doll hose girl and put her in the middle, and then I used a bunch of Polaroid stickers that I'd gotten from Miss Meow, and then some butterfly stickers from Letters to Apollo to kind of decorate here. The florals are from Sadie's stickers. So I just kind of was using what I had, and I put wins here, and the thought is that as the year goes by and I achieve things, be it small goals or big goals, I can put them in here and then at the end of the year really see what I accomplished this year, because that's one of the things I've struggled with going into 2024 is feeling like I didn't accomplish anything. So this is hopefully going to help with that. I probably should cover up the last year since we don't need that. Then going from there, we have these pages, the yearly index pages. And for these, I'm mostly going to be using these as a habit tracker. I did think about using them more as an index of, you know, household maintenance and doctor's visits, dentist visits, that kind of thing. But I decided I'll have that information for the most part on my monthly pages, and I don't need it here. But what I do need is some place to track a few things. Here is what I am planning to do, and it could change as we kind of go through the year. So maybe I'll put it this way. So on the side here, I have focus, and this is just going to be, these are the things I want to focus on for January. I haven't set that up because I haven't decided what those are going to be. Now for this part, so down here I have my key for how I'm going to be tracking this area. So I've drawn a couple of lines, and I'm going to be using this last area, which I'm using, I think, 4 boxes, which feels like plenty of room, to write down my step count for each day. And that way I can see how it goes, you know, is something affecting it kind of deal. And is there, you know, if I walk more one day, do I see a change in things the next day and that kind of thing. So I'll be tracking steps. Plus I want to see if it increases throughout the year as I focus on it. So there's that. Then in this column, I'll be tracking my anxiety. I'll tell you my scale here in a second. But we have anxiety, I have energy, and then I have my pain scale. So as far as how I'm going to be tracking those, I thought about putting, you know, 1 to 10, but that felt too, I don't know, too precise. And I felt like the scale could be skewed depending on my mood that day. So what I did is I gave myself a low, medium, high, and then help. Because for most of these, if I get beyond high for these, like if my anxiety is super like maxed out, I need help. I need to call my therapist. I need to do something to change that, if that makes sense. Same with my pain level. Now, if my energy level is at that, there's also something suspicious going on. Because it's never at like beyond high. Matter of fact, it's rarely at high. So, just saying. So that's how I'm planning to track things this month. I used my MakseLife dot markers to just kind of put different colors in here. Whether or not I'm going to use those same colors, I don't know. I want to see how it looks. I may look at it and be like, oh, I don't like the way this looks. And because I'm usually more of a monochrome color person. So we'll see. But that's what that is. And of course, we have this January through June, and then we'll have July through December, which will all be roughly the same. Then we have our monthly pages. These probably won't change too much. I'm probably going to continue to decorate these similar to how I did this last year. This current year. Depends on when this video goes up. So in here for my monthlies, it was very minimally decorated, really, comparatively. So I'm probably going to continue this type of planning. Although in here I was tracking my social media stuff and kind of trying to pre-plan out there, and that has since moved into here. So it'll probably, I did a mock December just to kind of see what it would be, or January, sorry, what it would kind of look like in here a little bit, and wrote things down. And this will change a little bit. The other thing I was playing around was with some ink swatching, and could I do the ink swatching and have the like daily task in here and have them not compete with each other? Yeah, still a work in progress. Anyhow, so that's the general plan for here. As far as weekly pages, again, we're probably going to stick to what I've been doing this year. So I haven't quite decided. It'll probably be a combination of things. So this is using up some stickers that I had from past kits. And here I really like the way this is, although it's a little sticker heavy. Doing stuff like this, or more like this, might be what we're going to see in the coming year from me. I really like the way this one turned out. So that's the way I'm kind of leaning. Daily pages. Now I kind of, I guess we'll do this page next. So I was kind of debating what I was going to do here, and I haven't obviously put anything to paper yet, but I think I'm going to do a letter to myself here, doing one at the beginning of the year and doing one at the end of the year. But I could also put in a vision board or do a goal mapping so I could see that in here and reference it. But I'm going to have the goal setting planners with me, so I don't feel like that's necessary. So that's why I'm leaning towards the letter to self. Then we have these pages. So the one thing that this doesn't have that my previous planners have all had is a monthly dashboard page. So I think I am going to be converting this page to a monthly dashboard with a family section, a learning section, and a house to do section. At least that's my thoughts right now. That way I can always turn back to the first of the month and see those things. Then on this page, what I'm thinking is, so I've discovered that having a daily task list is very helpful for me. It helps center me, it helps keep me going. And so using this area here, because you kind of have a darker line right through here. So using this column as a place to write my to-dos has worked really well for me. That being said, depending on my focus for that month, I may also use this as a food log because it has the time here. And I think it would be very easy to say, oh, I had breakfast at 9 a.m. and this is what I ate. And so there's a possibility I may use it as a food log and then move my task list over to this column. So, but those will be, well, the food log I'm not positive on, but the task list for sure will be going in this section. I'd like to have a small journal entry area to just kind of recap the day. I'd also potentially like to have an area for notes or things like that, and also want to list what ink I'm using and what pen for that day, so I can also kind of keep track of that. So that'll be my daily pages. And then we get to the back to the extras, right? Nope, that's the beginning of December. There's the 38th. First, my first blank page back here, I have a date night sticker. Don't ask me where that came from. It was my leftover stickers book. I don't remember. And I just have a things we want to do so that if we're, you know, out or whatever, we're like, oh, we should really do that for date night. An example is we'd both like to go to the Detroit Institute of Art for date night. We just never think of it as a, oh, we can drive an hour and go do that because we're always so busy with the other things. So having a running list of things that we want to do, I think will be very important and helpful. So the next, actually 2 pages are marked vacation. So we are hoping to do a big family vacation this next year. We're thinking about going to Europe. I don't know if that's actually going to happen, but this allows me to plan out where we want to go, maybe have some information on where we want to stay, that kind of stuff, or specific things we want to do, and just kind of keep track of that. Then I do have an empty page because I don't know if this is going to be enough room or if I'm going to want a 3rd page for it. Then we have the cleaning daily task listed here, which are, I got these from the Clean Mama. I really like her cleaning routines. So I just have, you know, check the floors, sweep, vacuum as needed, wipe counters, wipe down kitchen counters after meals, check bathroom counters daily, clutter, pick up clutter during the day and in the evenings, make a list of clutter spots and complete them as you can. Laundry, complete 1 load of laundry start to finish every day. Make bed, take a minute to pull the covers up and pillow back. Bonus for opening the window for fresh air while you're doing it. That is actually, oh gosh, it was another planning person or cleaning person who suggested that, and I can't remember who it was. Shoot. If I remember, I'll add it up here for you guys, but just to refresh the room is what she was saying. And I like the concept. So she was like, even in the middle of winter, I'll open the window because, you know, 5 minutes with the window open isn't a big deal. And then weekly task, I have mop floors, clean toilets, mirrors, showers, wash sheets and towels, empty all trash cans, clean out fridge, and clean out the car. So in those, like the weekly tasks may grow. I might add in a monthly task section. I'm not sure. And then on this side with the schedules, so I put cleaning because originally this was just going to be cleaning task for the week, like my cleaning schedule. But I have since added in a few other things. So on here, the top row is my cleaning focus. So it says room focus. So Mondays is bedrooms, Tuesdays bathrooms, Wednesdays hall laundry room, Thursday is kitchen. That's because trash day is Friday, so cleaning out the fridge on Thursday makes the most sense. Friday is living room outdoors. So my living room is usually pretty tidy, usually takes less than 5 minutes. So having that with an outdoor day makes sense to me. Saturday is a catch-all day, so anything I didn't have time to do during the week, or if I want to do more outdoor stuff, I can do that. And then Sunday is set up to be a rest day, which is going to be really hard, but I think is really important. And then down here, I put my gym schedule. So the plan is to walk. The plan is to go to the gym every weekday. So, and I do currently, like I just signed up to the gym. So I do have 2 days where I'm working out with a routine that they've set me up with. So that's on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and I have a set time I need to be there. And then on the other days, I set a time that will work, and the plan is simply to show up and walk on the treadmill, on the track, whatever, to get my ability to walk back up, because I would really like to do a 5K by the end of the year. Speaking of which, goals are coming. I've just been procrastinating on them. And then down here, I have YouTube and Instagram, so schedules for those will be going in. I just haven't quite figured out what those should be, so I'm hesitating on putting them in yet. Then we have the graph page. I set this up to be my weight loss, hopefully, graph. And I just have a couple of stickers in here. And I set this up to be 170 is my, my goal weight is actually 180. And so kind of figuring out where I should start and stop on this. So I started at 170. I went up by 2 pounds, which I feel will allow the graph to look quite nice depending on how it goes. And so it goes from 170 to 216 essentially here. And then I have each one of the months from January to December marked out here, and I'll be able to graph how my weight goes through the year. Then on this page, which was like a favorites page, I just put some washi at the top with books and a leftover sticker here and put book club on it. And then I labeled each one, with the month so that I can put whatever book we're reading for book club here. And then I can mark, how many stars I think it was worth. Did I hate it? Did I like it? That kind of thing. Not sure how I'm going to feel about this, this book for this year, or for January, which they gave us all a copy. Like, this is some countywide thing that they're doing, and it's How the Word is Passed. This is a January book, so hopefully this is a good book. If you've read it, let me know what you thought of it. So, but that is what is going to be happening through here. Then for my 100, I have 100 things that I want to declutter / organize in the coming year, because I think all those kind of go together. So if you guys want a whole video on this, or videos of me actually decluttering certain things, let me know. We can probably make that happen. I'm a little worried about being on camera, but I'm willing to push my boundaries this year, and maybe we can make that happen. Then here we have an interview with myself. So I kept some of these, but every minute of story had some journaling prompts that I had picked up, last year or the year before. I'm not really sure which. And what I decided to do is I read through all of them, and then I replaced the ones that I felt like I liked the journaling prompts from the Every Minute a Story page that I had. So here we have, I'm looking forward to, we have a bad habit I'm going to break, a place I'd like to visit. I left my favorite thing to have for lunch. I will practice more of, a book I'd like to read, my top 5 reminders I want to be better at. The top 3 things I bought recently are, if I had a week off, I would, a new skill I want to learn, and a message to my future self. Kind of, a nice overview of how I'm thinking about the year. I haven't done anything with this page. I might put one of the shops that I was looking at has a full page sticker that is a purchase tracker, and I might put that in here. I haven't decided. And same for this page. And then here I have year in review, and this had more journaling questions that I felt would really fit. So 1 word to describe the year. This went well this year. Favorite show, movie of the year. We have an achievement I'm proud of this year. Favorite book of the year. Most memorable day of the year. Thankful for. And then here I just have Instagram to kind of log how Instagram went this year. Biggest challenge of the year. And this one has YouTube, again, just to log how that went this year. And this drained my energy. So most of these will be done at the end of the year, but I wanted to put it in place now. Then we have 365, and this is where I'm going to be doing my mood tracking. So I'm going to be using these little guys, which fit perfectly over the little numbers here, to track how I'm feeling throughout the year and kind of just have a visual, how are things going. The only thing that I may do different is when her shop opens back up. These are from Lexi Kylie Designs. This was a $2 Tuesday that she did. I think these are going to be a permanent thing in the shop, but her shop is closed currently. She did a couple of different colorways, and I want to go back and see if she had ones with green little sad faces, because I think those would be really funny to add in as sick days. Hopefully I won't need very many of them, but that is the thought I'm having. So that's pretty much everything in here, I think. Let's see. Oh, there was one other thing. Sorry. This is the gift log that they have in the back, and what I'm going to be using this for instead, not that I think I'm going to be needing this many lines, but with my fountain pen obsession, love, however you want to categorize that, I have decided that in the back here, I would like to kind of track my purchases. So I'm going to put the date, where I bought the pen from, what pen it is, and then any, like, how do I like it? That kind of, like, any notes I have on the pen itself. So that's going to be my log of purchases. As for addresses, not 100% positive what I'm going to use that for. And this, I'll obviously add my personal information here in case I lose my notebook. So that is my catch-all planner. Then we have this one, which is the common planner. I haven't really set this up much. I did put some notes in there. I am looking at using this. I don't know if this is how it's going to end up. This was actually just a piece of plastic that came with my Hobonichi weeks this last year. I have 2 of these, and I just used little sticky notes to put my process for doing a video and all the different things I want to do. And these are like monthly check-in things that I want. So that's probably going to live in here. I don't know if I'm going to use it or not, but it's a good thought. It also might be refined differently as I'm working with it. As for the common planner, I did use, so I had a subscription to Sterling Ink this last year, and so I had leftover tabs, and I used January through December in here. I had 2 sets of tabs, so I have the weekly pages marked as well as, or no, the monthly and the weekly, because it doesn't have daily pages. So in the beginning, I have this hang in there with a little bat. I thought this was really cute. Found it at a bookstore, and I think it's a sentiment a lot of creators need to remember, is just hang in there. It's going to be okay. And then I used a Coffee Monsters Co. little 2024 sticker here. The plan for this is so that I have a visualization of when I'm actually posting. So I did a little bit of this in my planner last year. I just need to update it. Honestly, I haven't gotten all of my videos, I don't think, in here. But I just took a marker and marked off each day that I actually posted a video, so I can see, oh, you know, June and July, that's when I was sickest. So yeah, there's no videos there, but am I posting on a regular basis? Am I being consistent? What is it looking like? If not, why? Then on our next 2 pages, which are blank pages, I plan to write in hashtags that I think will be useful for me, both for YouTube and for Instagram, or maybe I might put keywords on the side. I haven't decided. And I just have that same girl that I used in my other planner from Paper Doll Co. Then on these pages, I'm going to be writing down all of my goals for the month. I did start to write these on, and then I was like, no, I don't like that. And so I'm going to be redoing these. But I'll have one for both my YouTube planner channel and Instagram. And I think down here, I'm going to be writing in how, like, where things are currently at the beginning of the year. So I can see, this is where I am, this is where I want to go. And then I just have an adventure begins. I think I picked that up at the Go Wild Planner Convention this last year. Here we have our quarterly priorities. So this is pretty easy. I do have these wrote in. I want to be consistent, create a shorter video because I feel like my plan with me's are too long. And create at least a weekly Instagram post, which has kind of fallen off the last couple of weeks. For January, I want to make a schedule, try vidIQ a little bit more, and think about upgrading it, figuring out whether or not that's worthwhile for me. Post weekly on Instagram, figure out reels, maybe use them as shorts as well. Just kind of diving a little bit more into that. For January, I haven't wrote this in because I haven't decided if I want to do it at the beginning or end, probably the beginning, but I'll have a spot for my YouTube subs and Instagram followers there just so I know what they are. And then below that, I have themes, which may be things that are trending or things that maybe I want to devote a whole month to or that kind of thing. And so I have goals, new planners, and besides that, I have people meeting new people to planning who are looking for information. We have fitness and no buy / low buy, which seems to be very popular right now. I have thoughts on that, but we're not going to go into it now. Then here, what I'm going to be doing is I want to have an index of the videos that I post. So say this video goes up January 1st. On January 1st, I'm going to write in here that the planner stack or whatever I decide to call it, video goes up. And that way, as I'm going through a year, I can see, oh, these are the videos I've done. And, you know, just kind of, it'll also show me the consistency, but it's an index. So when I'm looking for a video, I can go, oh, I did that in January. This is when that was. This is where I need to look for it. That kind of thing. Then down here, I have what's popular / trending. So here I want to write the most popular video I did that month so I can kind of see what's really resonating with people. And then here I want to put trends that I may need to be aware of because while this channel is about me and my journey, it's also important to pay attention to what's happening in the world around us, in our communities, and that kind of thing. And those things do affect us as planners and what people are interested in. So that's what's going down there. And of course, you know, you have each quarter of the year. Then we have our monthly spreads. This will be pretty straightforward. I haven't decorated it in any way yet, but mostly what's going to happen is I'm going to put down, these are the videos I want to do this month. I might use sticky notes. I haven't decided. And then have a to-do list on the side or on the bottom. And then it's possible that I'll put some keywords down here if I have things that are popping up in my research for that month or things of that nature. So that's kind of the monthly views. And then weekly will be pretty similar to what I was doing at the beginning of the year in here, where essentially I'll probably do some minimal decoration and then I'll have, you know, whatever. Oh, that's a bad example. Hold on. Let me find a better example. That one was a week that I didn't use. Nope, we're not going to use that one. Oh, this is a planner convention. Sorry. Here. So I would put, you know, anything that I wanted to, like videos I wanted to post that week and anything that I needed to do as far as that. And then I'd give myself a little checklist below. And that worked really well. So that's kind of what I'm thinking I'm going to do here is put, you know, whatever videos or other social media posts I want to do under each day and then be able to have a checklist for that. And I find that really helpful. And then I can reference back to both the goal pages and the monthly pages for additional information and transfer it here, which will help keep it in my memory. So that's the plan here. Then we get to the back, which with the Common Planner, if you're unaware, very similar to a Hobonichi and that, you know, the size and everything. But the biggest difference between the two is that at the back, at least with this one, is I just have blank pages. So I can use it as a what they call commonplace notebook. And I've already started to use this one a little bit. So I have it set up. The first page here is just blank and has no number to it, but the rest of the pages are numbered. So I'm putting this as an index, and like the first thing I wrote about in here is, you know, the MakseLife goal setting notes, and I know those notes go from page 2 to 7. And then I have January video ideas / keywords on page 7, and then I know where to look for those. Then what I did at the very back, and I wish I could remember who I saw mention this and talk about this, but I can't. I had alphabet letters from my Tinkerbell Happy Planner sticker book, and I put, you know, each letter, and then back here I'm going to be able to write down, you know, video ideas under V, right? And then I'll be able to look here and see all the different pages that have video ideas, and then I can reference back to them in case I need video ideas, or maybe I want to see goal setting, and then I'll put, I haven't listed the 2 pages that I've done so far here, but I could put it under goal setting and put, you know, goals on this page, but I could also put it under MakseLife and have, you know, here's notes from a MakseLife thing and that type of thing. So I can find things by topic as well. I'm not sure if I space things out, like if I should have done all of them with half page, but these were the ones that I was like, oh, I'm going to need more space to write under S and T and M, and because I'll be doing a lot of MakseLife stuff and that kind of thing, but we'll see how it works out. And then back here at the very back, I did do kind of, I think this is a bullet journaling thing where I wrote out, you know, how many lines or boxes we have this way, and then divided it in half, and then in thirds in both directions, and fourths, so I could see where those things were. And that way it helped with the placement of letters actually through here, and then anything else in these pages where I want to divide anything up, I can do that pretty easily. Although she does mark off the middle pretty easily for you. Like you have a dot here and here and one on both sides this way. So dividing it into 4 is pretty simple, but if you wanted to divide it other ways, it's a little harder. So that's what that is. And that's everything that I have in this planner. So I hope those help you in setting up your own planners and figuring out how you want to use your space and utilize your planner this year. Let me know what you guys are using. I'd love to hear, and I just can't wait for this new year to start and to get into these planners fully and just start the year off with a bang. So until next time, I'll see you real soon.